Hello, Nano fam. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Code, Let's Develop, and Let's Port Nano to Rust. So, hi, Andefnal. You're back again. Hi. Yeah, so today I think we will just pick up where we left last time. Of course, there will be another 5 Nano giveaway. So if you want to take part in the giveaway, just post your Nano address in chat, and then you have, with a bit of luck, you will win 1 Nano. So it's so hot in Germany right now. How is it for you, Andefnal? Somebody has a haircut. Yeah, it was time for a haircut. Yeah. I went with my son, actually, and he's 3 years old, and he was a bit scared, so I went first, and then he could have a look at how it works, and then he went too. Yeah. Yeah. So for today, I thought. So I know you guys like my Nano. I think. And I always drink water when I stream, because beer and coding is just, yeah, not the best. But it's so unimaginably hot here, and I'm sweating so much, and I know I have an ice cold beer in the fridge. So I thought for today I would make an exception, and I would actually drink a beer in my Nano mug. What do you guys think? Want to join? Get yourself an ice cold drink, whatever you like. And yeah, I'll be right back. Just 1 second. So. And my office is so hot, like there's no air conditioning in it. I was like on the grill the whole day. So first time with the real beer in the Nano mug. Chat. Cheers. Ah, that's cold. Okay, so for today, I wanted to continue work on the Frontier request server. And I left it just as it was after the end of the last stream, so I did not do anything there. And if not, cheers. And let's see where we left. So Frontier request server, and we decided in the last stream, we decided that we would take the risky approach of porting it all at once without any intermediary steps. And I actually don't like to work in that way, because it's just risky. But on the other hand, the compilation times are just so slow that I would lose a lot of time just waiting for the compiler if I would port it step by step. So I'm still hopeful that this all-at-once approach will work. But yeah, usually it doesn't. Usually I regret doing big steps. But let's see. So we brought all of the Frontier request fields to Rust. And we brought 2 very simple methods to Rust already. And now we can just go on and move the other methods to Rust, and then we can run the tests and see if things still work. And if you wonder like why I'm working on this, let's just bring up the diagram from last time again. Where is it? So dog, this one. So this is this huge diagram that I use to keep track of what I ported and what I've ported already and what still needs to be done. And the goal that I try to reach here is to have the whole networking stack in Rust. And Forrest, hey, how are you? Nice that you're here, Forrest. Yeah. If you want to take part in the Nano giveaway, just post your Nano address, and then we will pick one lucky winner. Yeah, so this is what I try to reach. I want to have the whole network stack in Rust, and the green boxes are done. And if not says Forrest Gump, is it you? No, Forrest from the Nano Foundation. So you have to know him. Forrest says, I'm doing good, glad to see you live again. Yeah, it's fun. These live streams are really fun, even though the target audience is really small, because like I stream for developers interested in Nano and in Rust at the same time, and I think that is a pretty small target group. But yeah, there are people who watch this. Yeah. And if not, sorry, no, I don't. Oh, okay, so then let me show you the Nano Foundation homepage website, nano.org. And oh yeah, Forrest posted his Nano address. So there's learn more, then you can click on Nano Foundation and meet the team. And here we have all of them: Colin, George, Dimitrios, and here we have Forrest, social media lead. So now you know him, and if not. Okay. Yeah, bringing all of the network stuff to Rust. And there is this side quest now where we have to bring all of the bootstrapping servers to Rust, because they are being used by TCP server or TCP server factory, I think. And these are the last parts that we have to port for the networking stuff. And so we have to port the bootstrapping servers first, and then we can go on with the remaining networking parts. First says, let me know if you ever want to do a stream on Perceive, although maybe your target group would be event smaller. Then, yeah, I have heard of Perceive and I've never tried it. I think it's a great thing for Nano. So it's a really good use case. We could do a special stream where we try out Perceive. What do you think, chat? Of course, I will make it really expensive to watch. And if not says, oh, I know Forrest from Twitter. Yeah. Hey, LFLF, welcome back. LFLF's pull request is now merged. I did that the very next day after the last stream. Hey, Wenderson, Nano is the light. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I forgot to copy the Nano addresses. So if you want to take part in the giveaway, just post your Nano addresses in chat. So let's create a new file. And this is Forest. And we have Andefnal. So this one. It's Andefnal. Let's hope I don't make a mistake today. So, yep, if you want to take part, just post your Nano address. And we will give away the first Nano soon. Okay. Yeah, so this is the usual. Our tool server is ported. We are currently working on this one, on the Frontier request server. And yeah, then bulk push server and bulk pull account server, and then we are done with the bootstrap servers, and then we can get on with the last two parts of TCP channels. News Sitaula, we are not seeing the screen. Oh, thanks. I have not switched to this. Oh man. Sorry guys, I forgot to switch the screen. Yeah, so yeah, the channels. So once again, the green boxes are ported already. The gray boxes are not yet ported. Yeah, you should see the screen now, I guess. There's a bit of lag. Okay, yeah. Hi, Cruxor. So the green boxes are ported. The gray boxes we still have to port. And we are currently working at this bootstrapping box, which is like a side quest. We have to port the bootstrapping stuff in order to port the last parts of TCP server or TCP server factory. And we are currently working on Frontier request server. So this box down here, this here. And we started with this in the last stream. Paul says we see it now, just so you know. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, and this is what we got. So we have all the fields in here. We have the first two very simple functions in here. And we decided, whose fault was it? Like someone in chat said we should do it in the risky way. Was it you, Andefnal? Was it you, LFLF? We decided to port it all at once without any intermediary steps, which usually goes bad, but let's see. Andefnal says 5 people watching Twitch. Really? 5 people? What's going on? Usually, like people are watching from YouTube, and Twitch is small. So okay, then I guess there are new guys from Twitch. So this is about the Nano currency. It's a cryptocurrency. It's feeless. It's green, like energy efficient. There's no get richer scheme in it, like no mining, no staking. And if you want to try it, get yourself a Nano wallet, and you can post your Nano address here in chat, and I give away 5 nanos, so 5 individual nanos. And if you post your address, you have a chance to win 1 nano. So let's just wait until we have a few more addresses here, and then we do the first nano giveaway. And if not, also preferred the risky way. Yeah. I think you guys just want to see me suffer. I think that's the reason. Okay. So let's find the next thing we can move over. So the send confirmed. This is done. So let's just add a comment here. This is ported. And yeah. So this is ported. Oh, sorry. Wanted to add the comment to the C++ part. So this is the C++ part. And we have the send confirmed ported. And what was the other function? The other function was no block send. We have no block send. Where is this one? No block send. Next. Oh, did I scroll past it? Send finished. No block send. So there it is. We have no block send ported. Comments in Ars Nano. Am I dreaming? Yeah, but these are temporary comments, and I'm going to delete them in 1 hour or so. But yeah, just remind me of writing comments, and I will write comments. Or maybe you have good suggestions. Or if there's anything unclear, just tell me, and then I could write it in the comment. Wenderson says, I sent you 2 nanos to help in the giveaway. Oh, thank you, Wenderson. That's nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, usually people send nanos, and even more, like I usually give away like 5, 6, 7 nanos per stream. And usually people send like 10 nanos per stream. So I'm not even losing nanos, guys. This is crazy. So, okay, which function can we port next? So let's have a look at send finished. What is send finished doing? Logging, connection. It calls the no block send, and the no block send is the one we have already, right? Right. So we can move this function to Rust. Send finished. LFLF says unlimited nanos glitch. Yeah, unlimited, but at that rate, at that pace, it will take a long time to get rich. So, yeah. Send finished. Let's copy that. And let's paste it here in the rest part. Oh, did I have paste? And oh, the music is gone. No, there's a new one. And let's comment it out. And let's, yeah, just bring it to rest line by line. So the function is called send finished. And, oh. And it takes no arguments. It returns nothing. Like that. Yeah, so guys, Windows and everyone who hasn't sent his nano address yet, send your nano address and then we will do the first giveaway. Also, like, get yourself something cold to drink because it's really hot. How hot is it where you are? I think we had over 30 degrees today in Stuttgart. Okay, node weak lock. We don't have any weak pointers in here. So Nush has sent his or her address. Let's copy that. Okay. And so let's remove the weak pointer lock. There's no weak pointers in the Rust code base here. And then we have, what is this? A send buffer, a vector. And what do we do with this send buffer? We just write zeros in it. And then... okay, because I guess if we just write zeros into the buffer and send that over the network, I think the receiving side would know that zeros means we are at the end. Oh, someone. I think I just received a donation. Yeah, great. 5 nano donation. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so we write the send buffer with zeros, and then what do we do with that? LFLF sent you 5 nanos to help you get rich. So it was you, LF. Thank you. I just received it, man. Thank you so much. But I think I will give it away in the stream giveaways. So okay, let's do the same thing. So let's create the send buffer. I'm just thinking why this is a vector, because I think we could do this without heap allocation. Union 0 256, and then what does it do? It does just say async write with the buffer. Maybe we need a vec when we call async write. Let's start at the end here and let's see how we can call async write here. So we need the connection, and we have the connection. We have the connection. And then we have to call async. Oh, there is no async write. What? Oh, socket. It's in the socket, async. But there's no async write. Yeah, there is async write in the socket. What does it take? Yeah, it takes an arc vec, so we need a vec. Oh, that's a shame. I don't like heap allocating when it's not really needed. But yeah, we can optimize this later. Or this code, I hope will be deleted also in the official node soon. So what does it take? So we need a buffer, and it has to be an arc vec. Okay, so let's just make it a vec, a mutable vector, send buffer. And then we will write all of the zeros in there. U in 2560. So this is... What does it send? Is it why all of these zeros? Is it an account? Is it block hash? We will find out, chat. We will find out. So let's just port it just as it is, and let's is this a frontiers? So this is maybe a block hash or an. So if I'm just guessing now, and later we will know what it is, and then I will fix it if it's incorrect. Yeah, but okay, I thought maybe the block hash has a serialize. Doesn't. Can I say send buffer? Does it have an append where I can just append? Yeah, it does have an append, but does the append take another vec? Push takes just one. Is there a way to just push a slice? Is there a way, chat? Do you know if I can just push a whole slice onto a vec? Let's see. Last vector. Yeah, okay, so if no one else is sending their nano addresses, let's do a giveaway. Let's do the first giveaway. AAK says, hello people, hey. So AAK, if you want to take part in the giveaway, just post your nano address. So we have right now Forrest, Antifnal, and Niush, if I haven't forgotten anyone. What about you, LFLF? Don't you want to take part? Oh no, there's your address. I forgot to copy it. Sorry. Copy LFLF. Okay, so now we have 4 addresses. Yeah, I think that's... So let's pick the first winner. Let's pick the first winner. Or I wait 10 more seconds because of the lag. Maybe someone wants to post the address. No worries, yeah. No, but I found you. So append. No, append takes it back. What else do we have? Dedupe, extend from slice. What is this? Clones and appends all elements in the slice to the vec. Yeah, extend from slice. That's what I was looking for. Okay, let's call send buffer extend from slice. And the slice will be a 0. Yeah, what is it? An account? Block hash? Zero as bytes. So this line here does the same as oh, wait a second, it does 2 things. It writes the 0 bytes twice. Okay. Let's just duplicate this. I'm pretty sure we will change this soon. So we write the 0 bytes. So the 256-bit 0 value, we write it twice. And then we have... So let's delete this part. And oh yeah, there's another nano address. So it's good that we waited. Let's copy that. And then let's do the giveaway. So this is AAK. Okay, guys, let's do the giveaway. So let's create a random number generator. Let's create a random number between 1 and 5. 1 and 5. And are you ready Let's click generate. Now, the number is 3. So congratulations to Newsh. You just won 1 nano. So let's copy your address. 1MN. And let's send you the 1 nano. So paste. Is this the right one? Yeah. 1 nano. Send nano. And send. There you go. Oh, so you guys, you people, I received nanos in this account. Ooh. Oh, great. Thanks. Oh, so these were the 2 nanos from Winderson. Thanks. Thank you so much. That means we have an 8 nano balance here. So people, let's just give away the 8 nanos. Because I drink a real beer and I feel like it. So, and I guess we have to wait a bit today because this moving code over to Rust and then recompiling everything, it just takes forever. And yeah, then we can spend the waiting time with nano giveaways. Okay, so we have written the 0 bytes. And what's the next thing here? The next thing is writing a log message if network logging is enabled, and we can do that. We can, let's uncomment this line and this line and this line and this line. So the config, we have that in self, I think. Self.config logging, network logging, and this is not a function in Rust. Yeah, this is still called value. Not a fan of that. And then we have to call our logger. And we have to say try log. Frontier sending finished. And now the only missing part is Forrest said maybe you covered this on a previous stream, but does using ChatGPT for this type of porting work well, or does it need too much context to be useful? This is a really good question. And I have played around with ChatGPT a little bit. I haven't used it extensively yet. I think it has a huge potential. So, and I think it's really useful in porting individual functions, not so much like whole classes or modules, but we could use ChatGPT for creating skeletons of what we want to do, or maybe even like to port functions. I tried it out with some nano code, and it got it a little bit wrong. So it made a mistake in the what was it? It was like networking code and the byte order. So it got the byte order wrong, and these are the risks with using ChatGPT, because it is mostly right, or it does mostly the right thing, but sometimes it easily does not, or it does include like small mistakes, and they are easily overlooked, because if you write the code yourself, you think about every character or every word you type, and if you just copy it from ChatGPT, I think there's the risk that you copy those bugs, and it just doesn't work for porting like bigger things. It is, from my experience, it's only useful for small functions, but that's still useful. Or you could ask ChatGPT how to approach a problem, and it's mind blowing what ChatGPT can do. And if you think about that, we are just at the beginning of AI, and this whole tech will advance. Wow, like what does the future bring? Like crazy. Yeah, but if you guys have experience with ChatGPT and porting code to Rust, write it in chat. Okay, so... And I actually don't mind like that the porting is a bit slow. And I think a lot about each individual line that I'm porting, because that makes me like discover different ways of doing things, or like I get improvement ideas from that. Force says the GPT-4 model should be a bit better than the previous model, though I can imagine there are small mistakes it might make, and finding them and fixing it might take more time than just doing it yourself. Yes, yeah. So I'm just on the... Maybe I'm too pessimistic. Like I'm just very cautious, because this is Nano is about money, and mistakes in Nano would be horrible. Like, and of course we have automated tests, and the tests, they should help us not make mistakes. But you know how it is. Like it's more than 100,000 lines of codes, and not every line is covered by a test. And I'm just cautious. And I know that ChatGPT makes mistakes, and of course I make mistakes too. Like I'm also just human, but yeah, I'm just a bit cautious there. AAK asks, do you also contribute to the main repo? Sometimes, like not very much. So sometimes I find small issues that I can fix quickly, and then I can contribute that back to the official repo. And when I find bigger things, I don't create pull requests for that, just because my time is very limited, and I want to get the Rust port to 100% Rust, and that's already a huge task. And if I would start refactoring the C++ code base, that's also like a full-time job. So I don't do these bigger things. We talk about them in the team meetings, or like the developer meetings, the weekly developer meetings, and so they are not lost. But yeah, usually I just contribute small fixes. Force says best to be cautious indeed. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to... What do we have to do? Yeah, we have to do the async write on the socket. And the buffer is the send buffer, and it has to be an arg. So let's convert this to an arg. So this is inefficient here, but I don't care about that right now, because this code will be deleted in the near future. And once we have all of the networking stack running on Rust, we can massively refactor this anyway, because then I want to bring all of that to async Rust, and then it will look very, very different. Someone new in chat. Mugurelius. How do you pronounce it? Is that JavaScript or Rust? It's Rust. We are working in Rust. We are porting a C++ project. It's the Nano cryptocurrency node, and it's written in C++, and we port it to Rust. And we're currently 36% done. And I've been working on this for 2 years, roughly. Mugu Relio says, call me Mug Freund. Yeah. This time with the real beer, the first time with the real beer, because it's so incredibly hot right now. Okay. So let's create an arg for the send buffer. And then we have to give a callback. And what's the signature of the callback? It's an option box. FN1, okay, so the callback is sum box new, and then we have, what was it, an error code and a usize or what? Yeah, error code usize. I think usize is the bytes written or something like that. And it's all like once the bytes were written to the socket. And traffic type, what is traffic type? It's not given here, so it's the default traffic type. So this is something about Rust that I find really annoying, that you can't overload functions. Because in C++ there are default values given, and then in Rust I would have to give the function with a default value a different name, a unique name, and I just don't like that. So traffic type generic. So generic is the default value. And now the last part missing is we have to call no block send in the callback. And we can't. Can we? No block send? We can't because this requires self. This is not a static function. Now it gets messy, chat. Now it gets really ugly. I think I'm going to use a hack that I used at with the other Bootstrap server code, and it's really, really ugly. So guys, prepare yourself. Prepare yourselves. Where is it? Bulk pull server. Because I had the same problem there, and then I just fixed it in the the first thing that came to my mind, because this is also like code that won't stay there forever. And that is let's see, how did I do it? Yeah, I separated this bulk pull server and the bulk pull server impl. And why did I do it? Yeah, so that I could put the impl into an arc mutex, and then I could send that arc mutex to the callback, or I can clone the arc and then I could use it in the callback. And that's just really idiomatic, and it's inefficient, and it is ugly. But this is the old bootstrapping code, and the old bootstrapping code will disappear soon, I hope. So it wouldn't make sense to clean this up. It would be wasted time from my perspective. Mugurelio says, are you German? Yeah, I'm from Stuttgart, Germany. LF, Prost, Prost. Cheers. Yeah, then I am afraid we have to do the same thing. We have to split this up into an arc mutex. And then how did I do it here? How does it? Okay, it passes the arc clone into the function. I'm going to do the same ugly thing here. So let's create an impulse struct. It doesn't have to be public because no one will use it directly. And then our frontier request server will only have an arc server info will be an arc. Does it have to be a mutex? Let's try without a mutex first, but it probably will have to be a mutex because it has to be thread safe, because Rust does not know that in the C++ implementation does not change the thread. Or does it? I'm not even sure if it changes the thread for these callback functions. Okay, so it's an arc. Let's make it an arc mutex. And arc mutex frontier request server impl. And then we just move all of these functions over. Oh, let's just copy that or move it. Like that. To the impl. Like that. Windows says the Nano C++ code sometimes is difficult to read. Yeah, I agree. I agree. LF says, are impl names still a leftover from the CPP code? No, these are just from me because I have no better name for that. Okay, well, have you tried reading it after a couple of beers? Maybe that helps. No, I haven't. So, but Rust can be difficult to read too, like because Rust prefers to use generics, and having many generic type parameters is also like difficult to read. Okay, so here we say server impl is frontier request server imp is an arc new mutex new mutex new. Oh, the lag on my computer. Mutex new, and then we just create the frontier request server impl here. Come on, like that. And this should... Oh, I made a mistake here. No. LFLF says maybe restructuring some generics into separate type definitions would help. Yeah. So I think, using lots of generics, I think is not a good pattern. So, what's wrong here? Is there missing? What's missing here? Yeah, no. No. Still an error? No. But now we have to bring these methods back. Send finished. Send confirmed. No block send. Okay, so let's copy the send finished function to our frontier request server again. And now let's call our impl. Let's call send finished on the impl class. And now we have to lock it because it's in a mutex. And then we can call send finished. And now let's pass the send finished a clone of the server impl itself. And this is, like I said, this is just really ugly code. I would never write code like that if this would be a greenfield project. But it works for now, and as I said, this code will be deleted anyways. So server clone is arc clone self dot server impl, like that. And then we can pass the cloned server impl into our send finished function. What's wrong here? Expected. Oh yeah, a reference, of course, a reference. And now we can pass our cloned server impl into the send finished of our impl struct. And let's call this just server, which is of type arc mutex frontier request server impl. Are you guys still following what's going on? Because this is like this structure is stupid. And because the code is so ugly, let's give away another nano, just as a yeah. The German word would be Schadensersatz oder Schmerzensgeld. What is Schmerzensgeld in German, in English? What is the name? Let me find the word. Injury award. So you guys get an injury award of 1 nano. Where is the addresses? 5. It was 5? 5. So yeah, so if any new guys are in chat and they want to take part in that what a stupid word, giveaway, just post your nano address in chat. So 5 addresses. Let's create a new random number between 1 and 5. Number generator between 1 and 5. And let's click it. The number is 1. And that's Forrest. Forrest, congratulations. Let's give you 1 nano. Counts. No, send. Sorry, send. Is that the right address? Last time I did a mistake. With the, yeah, that's the right one. 1 nano. And let's send it. Confirm. There you go. And let's go back to our ugly code here. So we have the server copy here. So this is just really strange if you think about it, because self is our server impl, and this one is just a clone of the same server impl, but just as an arc mutex. So yeah, really, really ugly stuff. So the callback, it has to call the no block send. But it has to use the server. Or maybe we can even simplify this a lot. But I want to just be on the safe side and just port it in this way first, and then maybe we will spend a small amount of time for cleaning this up, but not a lot. So that's it. Send finished. Send finished is, I think this is done. Okay. Yeah, let's find the next. Let's find the next one. What happened to the music? Okay, there it is. Let's find the next thing we could port. So send finished is ported. And this one is ported. So the next thing we could port is... Yeah, this is the circle we encountered last time, where send action calls send next and send next calls send action. So it doesn't matter which one we port first. They have a circular reference anyways. So let's start with send action because it's simpler. So let's copy that and move that to the Rust side. And let's comment it out. Or like, not everything, not the last brace. And oh, commented out way too much. This. So this is a pub fn send action, and send action takes an error code, and it takes what else? Oh, just the size. So size. We use size. It returns nothing. Like that. And because we are in the impl struct, it will also take, like we did in this send finished function, an arg mutex of itself. So we can use that one to do these callbacks here. And that means we have to also add a send action function to the real Frontier request server. And this one will have the same signature as the C++ code. Like that. And it will clone the server. And it will, just once. And it will call into the impl. And it will call send action. And this takes the error code and the size and the server clone. Windows says, I remember one guy that tried to implement a nano node in Lua language, but he can't complete. It's a lot of work. You're doing a great job. Yeah, it is a lot of work. And I think this is the reason why all of these ports fail. And I think I did a bit of research before I started this project, and I found it was more than 10. I think it was more than 10 nanoports in all different types of different languages, even a Rust port, or two. I found 2 Rust ports, and all of them made the same mistake from my point of view. And they started with a greenfield project. They started with nothing and tried to rebuild Nano from scratch. And I think this approach is it doesn't work well if you have a very complex project like Nano, because you throw away all of the learning that went into the code base, all of the experience of running a node for years, and yeah, you lose all of that brain power that went into it. And then you start a journey where you have to write code for many months or years even, and before you have a full running node. And all of that time, you are in no man's land. You don't know whether what you do is actually like leading to a running node. Does it work? You don't know. You have to like write many months of code to come to a place where you can actually test it. And so this is just way too risky. And that's why I said I wanted to use the code that's there. And I wanted to use all of the experience that went into that code. And I'm a huge fan of refactoring in small steps. And I think that's just an approach that is less risky. That is it will get you to your goal quicker. That's just my experience and my way of seeing it. Because I can run the RS Nano node at any time I like. So this is something that I'm very careful about. I don't want to break stuff. So if I decide to release a new Docker image now, I could do it. And I could run the node, and I'm actually running a node. So there is an RS Nano node running in the beta network. And I have a node monitor here. It's called beta.rsnano.com. And it has been running for 700 hours without a restart. And it did a full bootstrap. So it started with 0 blocks and it bootstrapped the whole ledger. And then I just kept it running. Yeah, and another problem is if you try to write it all from scratch, the core Nano team, they don't stand still. They keep on changing stuff and developing Nano. So that brings your plan of rewriting Nano, like it destroys everything there, because you work, you're busy and doing stuff, and then the core team changes that, and then what do? Like you get lost in chaos. LF says, was this already with improved bootstrapping? Yeah. Did that improve the bootstrapping time? Yeah. So I did a couple of bootstraps on that server, and they took... Let's have a look. They took like 2 or 3 days, I think. I have a Grafana node here where I monitor that. Let's see. Let's have a look, not at the last 30 minutes, but let's have a look at the last 90 days. Yeah, that was here. This was the last bootstrap test that I made. Can I zoom in here? Oh no, here, no, these are the TPS tests. No, oh no, these are all the TPS tests. No. 90 days was not enough. Let's go. Can I go back 6 months? Oh, the data got purged, I guess. And if not, as far as I'm concerned, your approach is, as far as I know, your approach is called oxidation. Yeah. Oxidation. I've heard that too. And this is... I heard this first from the book Management Design. I think I remember correctly, and he gave a talk years ago. He gave a talk about about rewriting systems versus refactoring systems, and he also came to the conclusion that rewriting is just insane. Like, just pick the most important parts of your system and focus on them, and do it in small steps. Don't throw everything away. That's just crazy. Okay, so the metrics, they don't go back that far, but it took something like two days to bootstrap a beta node with RS Nano. And that's even that's a bit slower than the C++ node. The C++ node was a little bit faster, and that's because all of these inefficiencies that we currently have, especially in the glue layer to C++, but they will go away. It's so warm in here. The beer is warm already. Okay, so where did we stop here? So we called self-impl. Oh, self is missing. self. Okay, now this looks good. And now let's try to port that code to Rust. So we need to have a self here too. And so the weak pointers are not a thing in our implementation. So now we have an if statement that checks the error code. This is the URL, which... Oh. I just clicked a button. What happened? Yeah, so if not EC means if there's not an error, we can write this here if error code is okay. Then we have to increment the count, and count is in self. So there's no plus plus operator in Rust. So we have to say plus equal 1. And the next thing is to push a task to the Bootstrap workers. So how can we do that? I think we have the Bootstrap workers here as a thread pool. And we want to push a task, and it gets a box callback. Okay, box new, and in here we put the callback. And the callback is send next. So we can call send next by using our server argument. So we can say server dot log send next. Oh, there is no send next, but let's just create one. Let's create an empty function called send next, because this will be the next function we port anyways. Send next. And it takes self. And what does it take? Nothing else. Okay. Wenderson says, I think I'm not allowed to post URLs here. Maybe. That Action Hero, hi. A lot of code gets refactored by the Nano Foundation. I can imagine that the code you already ported got changed quite a bit here. Yeah, that's right. And there, yeah. Do you refactor your code then as well? Yes, I do. I do. So, and it's even worse. So it's not that the Nano Foundation does refactor their code, which I had ported. It's also that I do a lot of refactorings on the Rust side. So the Rust code, it does look very, very different now, depending on where you look, from the C++ code. So if the Nano Foundation makes a change there, then I have to really dig into the code and think about how I can make the same change or bring this change over to Rust. And that makes it difficult. But on the other hand, I don't want to... I thought about this for a long time. Should I just port the code as it is to Rust without changing it? And then once I have everything in Rust, then I start with refactoring it. And I decided to refactor it while I port it. And this is risky because it just the code bases, they diverge more. But I do it like that because while I port code to Rust, I get a very deep look into the code and I get ideas of what to do. And if I would just port it as it is, and then months or years later I would start refactoring it, all of these ideas would be gone. So and I would up with a code base that I wouldn't be happy with. So if I would just port it as it is, I wouldn't be happy with the Rust code base, and that would lower my motivation. I get motivated by good code, by clean code, and And yeah, that's just something that's important for my personal workflow. So yeah, that's why I decided to not just port it as it is, but to actually refactor it. That action here says, ouch, okay, I see, yeah. So now merging is really hard right now. So if the core team makes changes, I get merge conflicts 100% of the time. Yeah, that action here says, yeah, that makes sense. So send next. So we keep send next empty, and this will be the next function we bring to Rust. And let's do the next thing. The next thing is this done? Send next. We call send next. This code calls send next. We do the same. Okay. So now the only thing left is logging. If self.config.logging. Ooh. And network logging. Then we say self. Oh, dude. Self.logger.trylog. And we have to format the string. Error sending frontier pair. And yeah, same thing we talked about last stream. I don't have the error messages. Oh, I don't have the error messages for the error codes. So I'm just going to do a debug print of the error code struct here. And that's okay, because all of that will be written in a completely different way anyways, once this is not dependent on C++ anymore. And the error codes, they help in the same way. So if they, in the log file, if they are in the log file without the message and just the code, I think it's still helpful. Wenderson says, it is a massive effort. Congratulations. Yeah, it is a massive effort, but it's also a lot of fun. So I started this just as a fun project. I wanted to see if this was possible. I wanted to learn about how Nano is implemented. I wanted to, just learn everything I could about Nano. Wanted to see if I could port it to Rust, because I still am madly in love with Rust. I love this language so much. And so I just started it as a fun thing, like just a couple of hours here and there. And now I spend a lot of time with it. But I do this because I really like it. And yeah. And that's also like why I want to keep the code clean, and why I refactor it immediately, because then it is fun for me. And it would not be fun for me if I would just leave it like that. So send action, I think, is done. So LFLF says, when the port is complete, will RS Nano be the default Nano node implementation? I don't think so. I don't think so, because... So I don't know what the core team has planned or has not planned, but I think it's even a good thing that we have multiple implementations. So if there is, let's say, a bug in the node software, and it could be that this bug then is only in the C++ or only in the Rust implementation, and then it would not affect the whole network. So I think it's good to have multiple implementations. Yeah, and the core team, they like Rust. It's just like Rust wasn't a thing when Nano started. Rust is still pretty new. So yeah, let's port the next one. Let's port the send next. Send next is... No, send next? No, this is just next. Did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake here? Send action calls send next. Is that right? Send action. Where's send action? Send action calls send next. And send next. Oh, we this. No, we didn't. Did we port this? Don't think so. Let's copy that. And if null says, with multiple implementations, you can see if the design is even right. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe there will be even more implementations. How, do you guys know how many Bitcoin implementations there are? I think there are more than one. Pretty sure there are more than one. So send next. Yeah, so let's bring that over. Send next. And send next also needs an arc mutex of self so that we can call send action. Is that right? Yeah. So let's copy this argument here and let's put it here. So let's remove that stuff. The weak pointers, we don't need them. And if, so let's start with this if method here, if line. If current is 0, so current we have that in self that current is 0, and count if and self that count is less than request dot get count. Do we have a get count in request? No. Maybe it's called just count. Nothing? What is request? Request is a frontier request. Let's have a look. Header start age count. There's a count field. Why didn't it propose? Oh, come on. Why didn't it propose the count field? Oh, because there's something curly brace missing, maybe, or too much. This one is too much. Yeah, this was the reason, maybe. So count. Here we are. Then, and otherwise, let's do the simple thing first, the else part. Else we call send finished, and send finished takes the server, and we have the server, so we can just say send finished server. Now we just have to port this part. Rand Voinderson says, I think it's good because you bring Rust community, maybe other can port for Scala Lang and bring the Scala community too. Yeah. Yeah, but I thought it would take a long time to port it, but I even underestimated that. So it's been 2 years and I thought I would be done after 2 years. Yeah. So what's the reason here? This is red here, usize and u32. What is usize and what is u32? Count is usize. Okay, and now we have to... Oh, this is... Okay, now here we have the same thing again. We create a send buffer. And now we will learn what this buffer contains. Back new. And now we write the current. So let's say send buffer, extend from slice. Self.current is... What is current? It is a public key. So it is an account. So this is an account. And the next one is the frontier. And what is frontier? A block hash. So this is account, a block hash. So I want to just quickly change that function we worked on to also have an account an account here, just because this is more correct from the meaning. So account is 256-bit and block hash is also 256-bit. So these are basically the exact same bytes that we write, but just to have it say account here and block hash here, it's just because to make the code more understandable, because we first send the account number and then we send the block hash. Okay, so this and that, and then there's two debug asserts. Let's keep them. That assert that frontier and current is not zeros. So let's make this a debug assert. Like, oh, dude, just keep pressing the wrong buttons here. Self current is 0. Oh, not self current is 0. And not self frontier is 0. Yeah. Yeah. So that's these lines. And then we have the logging stuff again. Like pull logging. Okay, if node config logging. Bulk pull logging. Why is this bulk pull logging? Is that a bug? Frontier request? Or do we use frontier requests in bulk pull? Oh, there's self. Made a mistake here. Bulk pull logging. 2 dots. Also a mistake. Here we are. Bulk pull logging. So if the bulk pull logging is enabled, then we say self.logger.trylog. I got a donation. Thank you for the 0.00001 nanos. Trylog format. And this one. So sending frontier. And then we have 2 placeholders. And they are the current to account. This to account, what is this? What does it do? Is this like encode account? Yeah, I think so. And the second is the frontier. Frontier dot. I think I can just write it like that. And this has to be a reference to the string. Yeah. Looks good. Forrest says, what brand of beer are you drinking? What's the best German brand? Cheers. So this one is Dominicana, and a friend of mine left it. So we had a barbecue, and a friend of mine, he just left them at my place. So I didn't know this beer actually, but it's good. And this is a religious question. Like everyone has different opinion on that. Okay, so this is done. So then it calls next. So let's call self.next. And next. Oh, we don't have that. Let's create a placeholder. For this, best beer is Heineken, of course. I have to say that as a Dutch person. Yeah, I like Heineken. It's good. And I think you can get it everywhere in the world, yeah. So, connection. The next one is... Oh no, let's keep it commented out. Next one is... We have to send something via the socket. And we have to call async write. And it will take the send buffer. The send buffer. Have you considered Perceive app for lives too? I have. It's just like I haven't tried Perceive yet. I want to support this project because it's just a cool idea, and it's nano related, and I want to make a Perceive live stream. Maybe soon. Maybe like Forrest, you've tried it. Is it easy to use? Can I connect OBS? Do you know if I can connect OBS to it? And the fastest, I would not call Heineken a beer, but okay. Well, I had many Heinekens in my life. Shared const buffer. So callback. Callback is again box new and error code usize. And in there we call send action, and traffic type is traffic type generic. So we have to call send action, and for that we have to move the server in there. So we call server dot send action. Another nano donation. Guys, what's up tonight? Crazy. 1.33248 nanos, and that's a magic number because is it even with the 248? How many nanos are in circulation? Where can we check that? On NanoLooker? Maybe? Is it 223? Forrest says, tested with OBS myself yesterday. We need to make some fixes to it, cropping the screen but working. Still in early stages though. Yeah, but I want to try it. If it's unstable, it doesn't matter because my computer crashes anyways. But not today. We were lucky today. Circulating to supply, yeah, 133248. Yeah, pretty close. Or does this like reduce the amount sent to the burn accounts? Okay, so send action. And send action takes an error code and a size. And it takes the server, so we have to clone that one again. No. So. Oh, time's passing. Let's do another giveaway. I wanted to give away those nanos. Force says, let me know if you need any help setting up with Perceive. Oh yeah, I will ask you. I am involved with the project as co-founder. Oh, I didn't know. That's cool. And CCO, so would be glad to help you get started on it. Okay, so that's the deal, guys. Okay, chat. Are you willing to switch to Perceive for one test stream and then let's see how it works? I want to do a Perceive test stream because this app idea is just cool. Send action, so the server clone here. Just want to finish that line. Yeah, and that's that. So why is it complaining? That action hero says yes, yeah. AAK says yes, yeah. So let's try Perceive. I haven't tried it yet. I want to try. No method name, send action found for struct arguments. Oh yeah, because we have to lock it and unwrap. And if not, says sure. Okay, so so my plan is, so next Tuesday I will be at my parents-in-law, father-in-law's house, and I'm going to stream from there. So this is already like yeah, it will be, it's not like a comfortable setup like here. So I will just go pack my laptop and maybe this microphone, and I don't want to add another unknown, which is the Perceive app. But the week after that, so in 2 weeks, I think I will stream on Perceive, because then I'm back home. But I will announce that. So Jean or Jean says, check your wallet again. Which one? The Nalt wallet? Oh, it is this. What's a number? Or now it is this. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So, is it Jean or is it Jean? He sent 1.332464 nanos. Thank you so much for that donation. Thank you so much. So, hey guys, let's do a giveaway, okay? And LF says, for the special stream, X a beer. Oh no, but yeah, I could do that, but you guys want to see me code, don't you? So if there are any new guys in chat, post your nano address in chat and take part in the giveaway. Give you 10 more seconds to post your nano address, and then we will do another giveaway. So send next is, what's wrong here? Oh, it requires an argument of type. It requires an argument of type server. Okay, so let's clone the server. Clone that server. And then we can pass that clone into it. Okay. No more errors here. Okay, let's do the giveaway. So we need a random... Oh, I should not close the random number generator all of the time. Let's create a random number between 1 and 5. Was it 1 and 5? Yeah, 1 and 5. Random number between 1 and 5. And let's click it. The number is 5. So, AAK. Let's send you 1 nano. Copy. C. Send. One nano. There you go. Congratulations. And how many nanos do we have left here? Still 7. Oh yeah, because of the donations. No, 6. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Random number between 1 and 5. 2. So that's under null. Copy. So send. 1 nano. Hey, AK, nice, thank you. Yeah, have fun with the nano. So let's see where we are. Undefnal says, cool, thanks, I'm lagging so much today. Yeah, maybe it's me. This restream that I'm using, I think this also adds a bit to the lag. Okay, so we are. Oh, there's an error here down there. What's wrong? No method name send action found for struct mutex guard. Frontier request server impulse send action. Is there no method called send? Oh, with a T? Did I mistype it? I think I mistyped it. Send next, send finished. No block send. Send action with a T. So that's... Here it is correct. So it has to be a T also. So now we don't have any errors. Okay, here's the next error. It itself has to be mutable. And size is not being used. So let's put an underscore there. Okay. Okay, looks good. So what's missing? The next function is missing. And maybe that's the last one. Next. Oh, and it's also the biggest one. Ooh, this looks ugly. Okay, so let's copy that. And let's paste it here. And let's uncomment it. And same procedure. So let's remove that. Let's uncomment the if statements here. If else. And so on. So if account's empty, we can access accounts with self.accounts. And what is accounts? It's a double-ended queue of accounts and hashes. empty. I think it's not empty in Rust. It is empty. Yeah, it's empty. And then what does it do? So it says now is second since epoch. I have a helper method for that already. Oh, my computer is slow now. Mr. Elfman, hey, welcome. Did you know about the let with else statement in Rust? Yeah. I've used it a couple of times already. I love it since learning it. Yeah, I love it too. So makes code a bit shorter. Love it for the early returns, yeah. So disable age filter is, let's write that here. So let disable age filter is if the request age is that numeric limits decal type get age max. What is age? U32. So if this is U32 max, Mr. Elfman says, I see now why Go's error handling is bad. Rust forces you to check for error to get a value. Yeah, and that saved my life a couple of times. And this can be annoying, like if you have to also same for like match statements and enums. If you don't handle all enum types variants, then the compiler complains, and this could be annoying maybe, but I think this is really helpful. Because if you later in the project you add a new enum value, and the compiler just guides you everywhere you have to look or make changes maybe. So if self request age is U32 max, oh, then it's disable age filter, so we don't even need an if statement. Mr. Elfman says I only use unwrap nowadays in my tests where I expect values. Yeah, I try to not use unwrap in production code, but currently I always use unwrap when I work with locks, with mutexes. And because I don't want to handle poisoned locks and yeah, I haven't found a better way, so I just unwrap mutex guards. Disable age filter, so this one we got. So the next one is max size, so let max size 128. Mr. Elfman says, oh, wait, now I lost track. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, so you mean the unwraps in mutex cards? I do the early return and log. Yeah, Forrest, how many people are currently working on the Rust port? Is it single-handedly done at the moment? Would be amazing to get an army of people working on porting it. Yeah, that would be amazing. So it is mostly me, but I got help, a lot of help from Fiono. But he's currently working, finishing his PhD, so he's really busy. And I also got from LF a pull request last week. So yeah, it on this project. It is really hard. So you have to know C++, you have to know Rust, you have to know the code base, and there are no easy parts left to get started. So basically you start right away with difficult code to port, and so yeah, it is difficult. So I'm skeptical that we will find an army, but yeah. Mr. Elfman asks, would this port make it safer? I hope so. Yeah, because C++ has many how to say, it is very easy to introduce bugs, and it is hard to refactor. And Rust, with all of this type checking and the strictness, it should be. My hope is that it will be safer, and it will enable refactorings, like large-scale refactoring of the code base in a safer way. Mr. Elfman, but I still like C++ for game dev. Yeah, I think C++ is still the thing to go for game dev, just because of all of the libraries and the whole ecosystem. And I think all of the big game studios, they work in C++. So yeah. But I think this will change one day, because I think also for game development, Rust is the better deal because of the borrowed checker and all of these rules and the multi-threading. Like multi-threading in C++ is really difficult. Mr. Elfman says, until you work with networking, then C++ starts to look bad for game dev. I have never worked with networking code in C++. Force says, nice if people watching the stream are able to contribute if they want and can. Unfortunately, I don't have the skills myself. Yeah, I'm also like, I'm amazed that this stream, that people are interested in this type of work, and also that people are helping me out in this project. It's fantastic. Mr. Elfman says, I've just recently patched a buffer overrun in one of my games, resulting CMD opening up on people's computers. Yeah, these are the memory bugs. Yeah, really easy to make in C++. Not saying that Rust is bug-free or that you can't write bugs with Rust. Of course you can write bugs with Rust, but there's just a whole category of bugs that you can't write. Hackers, man, they get you. Yeah, and it would be horrible if there was a bug in Nano. So we should take the best language we can that helps us with preventing bugs. So, transaction. LFLF says, when you stop fighting the Rust compiler, it can be a lot of fun. Yeah, and you have to relearn what you think you already know. So same for me, like I was... My main job was a C# developer, so that's just a whole nother thing. Like you have a garbage collector, you can structure your program in ways that are just, you can't do that in Rust, and it's good that you can't do that in Rust. So I had to relearn many patterns that I used over many years, and they are just not applicable in Rust. So I had to relearn many things, and it is for the better, because Rust, the way Rust teaches you to think is a better way to think, I think. Mr. Elfman says, serializing binary formats is pretty hard in Rust though. Oh, I've never tried. You can't just cast binary data to extract. Yeah. I can see. Isn't that how protobuf? Which serialization format does just do stuff like that? Was it protobuf? Well, you could do that with unsafe Rust, but yeah, I would be very careful with unsafe Rust. So transaction, we need the transaction. Oh, time flies by. We are. It's already late. Yeah, let's maybe just write a couple of more lines. Then let's give away the last nanos, and how many nanos are in the wallet? 6. 6. Maybe these streams, maybe Nano will pump one day, and then these streams will be watched in the future, and People will say, oh, like, look at that. You could just get a Nano for free back then. Like it was in the Bitcoin days. I remember I played around with Bitcoin and I had a Bitcoin wallet on my phone and I liked the Bitcoin app, so I just donated this Bitcoin wallet developer, I just donated him 1 or 2 Bitcoins and it was worth nothing back then. Yeah. So, crazy times. Transaction. So we have to start a transaction. Self.store. TX. What is store? Oh, I don't have store. It's ledger. And we start a retransaction. Mr. Elfman says, you can't. Rust doesn't like non-aligned structs. Rust doesn't like non-aligned structs. Oh. Okay, that's bad then. But how would you fix the alignment in C++? Can you define the alignment there? Transaction. So we have the retransaction. If not sent confirmed. Wait a second, did I uncomment the wrong things here? Else? I think so. This one is the curly brace. I should have uncommented. Yeah. Better now. And send confirmed is self get sent confirmed. So now we are left with the for loop. Ooh. Ooh. Looks hard. My beer is empty. Beer is empty. Head is empty. So let's give away the last nanos. So random number between 1 and 5 is 4. So LF, congratulations, well earned. Copy that. And, send. One for you. And let's just do another one right away. 2. And if null. Send. Oh, I haven't confirmed. Okay. And if null. 1 nano. Yeah, congrats guys. Let's finish up the stream by just giving away these nanos. And let's do another one. 3. So this one is Nyush. Copy. Oh, nano. LFLF says, already got it. And if not, says, thank you. Thank you, guys. This is so much fun with you. Yeah, so we did not... 4 nanos still. Let's do another one. 5. 5 is AAK again. Copy. Yeah, it was fun again. So switch to that screen. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your donations and for the interesting chat. We had a lot of chat messages here. I got a message that we have more than 100 messages. We had more than 100 messages today. Crazy. Yeah, we didn't write a lot of code, but these streams are not about productivity. I think they are about having fun and getting to see different types of, or different parts of the Nano system, of the code base. Yeah, and just, yeah, chatting about Nano, chatting about Rust, and having fun with the giveaways. Forrest says, loving the stream. Thanks, man. Even as someone not very experienced with coding, it's fun to learn a bit and entertaining to watch. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that's good to hear. Even though this stream we didn't learn much, so I think maybe I could pick parts from Nano where we would learn more. I actually like the stream where we worked with the unit tests very much, because the unit tests, they explained in a good way, like how the different aspects of Nano. So I'm thinking of working with unit tests more in the future. LFLF says, another great stream. Thanks a lot for your time and effort as always. Yeah, thank you a lot for taking your time and suffering through all of this bad code. Thanks, Gustav says AAK. Thank you. So, as I said, the next stream will be from my father-in-law's house, and it will be, I don't know. So I don't even know if the internet is fast enough. So let's find out then. So we will either we will finish this up here, or maybe I'll find something else to work on. Different perspective, something more interesting, or maybe if we just work with the unit tests. So, guys, have a good one, and see you next Tuesday. Bye.